talk about Chapter 7, The World of Acapella. So before we start, I'm going to share my screen with you, okay? All right, World of Acapella, Acapella 的世界. So before we start, we will talk about the movie of Gong Jun, and then we will have introduction to the acapella. So, I have showed you this video is from the anime of Gong Jun. So, when we are watching the movie of Gong Jun, we will probably get very impressive of either the anime or the music. Okay, so we need to know who composed the music for Gong Jun. So this guy is Hisashi Joy. So they have cooperated with each other for a long time. So Gong Jun was doing the drawing, 久石让 was doing the soundtrack. So just like 周杰伦 and 范文山 in Taiwan. So, 宫崎骏 and 久石让 they worked with each other for 30 years. So, 久石让 got the title Master of Asian Movie. Okay, soundtrack. And he is a composer, pianist, and also the conductor. So those are the anime that published by Studio Ghibli. For example, Gnosis of the Valley of the Wind, 风之谷 Castle in the Sky, 天空之城 My Neighbor, Totoro, 龙猫 Kiki's Delivery Service, 魔女宅急便 or Spirited Away, 神隐少女 Horse Moving Castle, 霍尔的移动城堡 and Borneo Boyo on the Cliff. Okay, so I will show you this video that was filmed by TGOP, this group of people. So they explain the things that in the real world and the acapella is totally different. Okay, so that managed the We Media for a long while. So they got 3.5 million subscribers. And the founder is Xu Zhanrong. So they managed the YouTube channel from 2008 to 2024. Unfortunately, they stopped updating the videos last year. Okay. All right, let's take a look for the development of a cappella. So it's the oldest form of singing in the West. So before musical instruments were invented, singing was an important form of musical expression. So in the late 6th century, there's a pope called Gregory the First who compiled hymns from various places, which became the Gregorian chant or Gregorian hymn that we are familiar with. 就格雷果一世呢，就整理了圣歌，成为了格雷果圣歌。So in this video, I'm going to ask you to write down 5 characteristics of Gregorian chant. So let's talk about the features of Gregorian music. It's monophony. Monophony 就是单音乐, no instrumental accompaniment, and they are using a call and response, just like we have mentioned in the African music. They often use the call and response to compose the music. So it could be either solo or the multiple people singing, 多人唱或是独唱. And the rhythm is arranged according to the length of the language without fixed note values. 所以呢，它其实是根据它的语言来安排它的音的长短，所以没有固定的音质。So those Gregorian chants are sung by boys and church monks. And because they got the oral transmission, so what we call pneuma, it means is the kind of the notation, but it was oral transmission, but they have people trying to notate it, this down as the most famous, like Numa score. Okay, just like the picture in your left side. And then the polyphony in 15th century, there's 2 or more melodies, so we get more melodies. It was very popular in Renaissance, 文艺复兴时期. So the a cappella is the main musical style of the Renaissance. 那文艺复兴最盛行的就是这种无伴奏合唱. So usually they get 4 to 6 voices, and they will use the imitation. So what is imitation? It's a theme that appears in each voices in turn, 就轮流出现在各声部, so to create a rise and fall effect. Okay, so we will listen to this. Let Lord give us peace. All right, so a cappella, the original meaning is in the church. So a cappella means there was singing style that was sung in the church, and it was originated from the Renaissance. And the definition is only the human voices without the instruments. So they will have a coordination between the various voices, such as pitch, timbre, articulation, and volume. And in the 17th century and 18th in England, there's a group of 4, and we have the lead singer, 3 other parts. They will help build up the harmony. 一个人主唱，另外3个人和声. So those 4-part male a cappella mode was created during this time. And then it evolved into a choir, also known as the Glee Club. 变成格力的俱乐部. So from Britain to America, there's a number of people increase. So we get more people singing in this choir. Okay. So Harvard Glee Club, it was founded in 1958. It's the earliest campus vocal choir in the United States. So they're specialized in arranging the Western folk songs, jazz, soul, pop music, and hymns. All right, so 20th centuries, we get different types of a cappella, 不同的无伴奏合唱类型. We have barbershop, 理发店, gospel a cappella, 福音 jazz style, 爵士 contemporary, 当代的 classical, 古典的 and collegiate a cappella, so 美国大学的无伴奏合唱. So the first type is called the barbershop style. It was very popular in the States from 1890 to 1920. So the barber shop, it's a place where the African Americans will gather in this shop. Okay, so usually they get 4 singers, first tenor, second tenor, baritone, and bass. So usually the lyrics are more like positive. Okay, and we got a representative group called the VM, the vocal majority. So they receive international choir championship, and they are famous for their pure harmony. Right? So the second type is gospel. So it's an early Black gospel music. We have the doo-wop singing, doo-wah, doo-wah, doo-wah. This is what they sing in this type of the music. So gospel means good news, and doo-wah, it's a meaningless syllables used to imitate musical instruments. But did you know what kind of the instrument are they trying to imitate? Yes, it's trumpet, 模仿那个小号的声音. So it was originated in African American communities in major American cities such as New York, Philadelphia, and Chicago. So this style is more like passionate and unrestrained and simple. 那它的曲风是比较淳朴、热情奔放的. And it also includes chord response in their singing style. So the representative choir is Take 6, 6合唱团. So they got 6 people in this group. All right, so next, the jazz style is popular in 1930 to 1940. So they have the jazz harmony. This is the specific harmony and interval stacking that was kind of built up the feeling of jazz. Okay, so it's easy, and they got the swinging rhythm, and they have the ska singing. So what is ska singing? It means you need to use your human voice to imitate the sound of the instruments, and also they will include some like improvisation during the performance. So you often hear like shoo-be-doo-be-doo-ah or a doo-ah in the singing. And the representative band is Okai singers. Okay, so okay, the original meaning is okay. So it's a group of Taiwanese Aboriginal people, which include the Yes family. So they have Yes brother and sister, 叶氏兄弟姐妹组成的. And the leader is 赖家庆. Okay, the people in the right side, but from the second one is 赖家庆. Okay, so this group was founded in 2004. Original, it's a group consisted of the 6 people, but was later reduced to the 4-member group. 好吧，6人变4人. So they released their first album, Okay Acapella, in 2012. They received Golden Melody Award for Best Vocal Group Album, and also the Best Aboriginal Language Album Award, and also the Jury Award. So they won several awards for the Golden Melody Award, the prize. Okay. All right, so number 4, the contemporary a cappella. So usually they get members of 6 or 5 people, 1 to 2 leader singers, 1 bass instrument imitator, 1 vocal percussion VP. Usually they will imitate the sound of snare drum and bass drum, 1 harmony singer, and they will use microphones to sing, and sometimes they will adopt some pop songs into the a cappella style. So the representative bands includes Pentatonics and the Vogues. Okay. All right. Okay, so next is the classical a cappella. So they will sing the classical music from Gregorian chants to the modern 21st century music. So those singers, they receive traditional formal vocal training. 还有接受正规的训练. So the representative group is the King's Singer, 国王歌手. So they're named after King's College in Cambridge, England. So they are one of the most amazing choir in the world, and they include 6 members, 2 falsettos and tenor, 假声男高音, 1 tenor, 2 baritones, and 1 bass. Okay, so they will use the hands and mouths to imitate or simulate the sounds of certain instruments, and they have held more than 125 concerts per year. Okay. So last type is the collegiate a cappella. So they founded by the Yale University a cappella men's choir in 1909. So they get 8 to 20 people. It's a huge size of the choir, and they just sing the pop songs. Sometimes they will arrange in a fan shape or accompanied by improvised dance 和即兴舞蹈. So this is the Fox TV show the film Glee for 6 seasons. And it's American TV musical and youth comedy. And they received the Golden Globe Award for Best Musical and Television Series in 2010. Okay. And this is the movie that will have the a cappella singing here. So the movie called Pitch Perfect. It's an American musical comedy film. So the first episode was released in 2012, second in 2015, third in 2017. So this is an a cappella band composed of weird girls, like fat, skinny, very skinny, and the ladies weird. All kinds of the girls that gathered together, but they became the very famous a cappella group. And then they participated in the college choirs, the competition. Okay, all right. Okay, so I'm going to skip the cup song. And then last part, the a cappella in Taiwan. So due to the government's promotion, there are many young people join the a cappella group. Many a cappella singing group was established during this time, so they even hold an a cappella competitions. And they also invite foreign groups to Taiwan to hold lectures and workshops. And Taiwan Choral Music Center, called abbreviated as TCMC, was established in 2001. So they hold Taiwanese the International Choirs Music Festival every October, and which includes a cappella competitions and performances. Okay. So this is the last part. I want you to compare these two versions. The first one is the solo version, and the second one is the a cappella version. So you need to tell me which version do you like most. Do you like the solo one or the a cappella one? Okay. All right, so this is the last one. So What a Wonderful World. This is a piece released in 1967, written by Bob Thiel and George Weiss. It was sung by jazz musician Louis Armstrong. So he is the father of jazz. He got a hoarse voice, 就是很沙哑的声音, and he always used like handshake and to create like vibrato singing. And he got to top the UK singles chart, and it was inducted into the US Grammy Hall of Fame in 1999. He makes some film soundtracks such as Beijing, Miss Seattle, Madagascar, Finding Nemo the Second. All right, I'm going to stop here. See you